Hello everybody, this is TechStack, and this is my Let's Play series using the Feed the Beast mod loader, and we are playing on the Direwolf20 pack. Starting off this Let's Play with a little bit of a head start above where you guys would start when you start the game. As you can see here, I've built a little base, which is a tower made of marble and basalt using the Red Power 2 panels. I already got a jetpack and some basic equipment. Basic resources are set up here for playing with. Found diamonds, and then one of the first things I always build when I find diamonds is a turtle. Those come in handy. That's a unlimited supply of diamond pickaxe when you build those. Also build a pulverizer and a powered furnace over here with a setup where it'll just automatically feed into this chest to generate all my resources into their ingot form. And back here I've got a little setup with a macerator and a couple generators and a battery box so that I can charge my backpack. Set up here just temporarily, I've got a bunch of furnaces for smelting items, and mainly what I use these for is outside my base here. I've set up some of these big trees here. I believe they're redwoods, and I've wrote a program for my turtle called Fell. Oop. That it will just chop down the whole tree for me. And then what I do is I take the wood from these things and burn it in one of those furnaces to turn it all into charcoal, which gives me pretty much an endless supply of coal. Those things are so massive that there's just a really unlimited supply of these things. Anyway, just trying to give you a little bit of example of what I've been working on so far. As you can see, this is quite a big tower, and it's taken me quite a bit of time to build it with these things. Those panels are very handy to have as far as getting a lot of resources or a lot of blocks to build with from a few resources. There's some bugs with them though. The way that you have to place these things, if you place them like this, it seems to work just fine, but when you want to place them on their edge, get back up here, is when it gives you some difficulties. Let me put that one there so I can place on an edge. If I place it on the edge just like that, it seems to work just fine. Now if you look at my cursor, the center of the cursor seems to indicate where that white ghost image is going to be located. And to me that says that's where the block should go, and it does in that case. But if I try it again with the top and the right side of the cursor outside of the other block there, but the center of the cursor is still showing that it's inside that block and the ghost image is down. Oftentimes when I do that, I will have the block that's placed be vertical, which is rather frustrating when you're trying to do a quick build. Here, like this one. No, perhaps it's not going to do it for me today. Oh well. It's rather frustrating when you're building along and it keeps placing vertical on you. You don't want it to. Obviously this tower is not complete yet. Plan on putting in at least one more section towards the top, and each one of these different colored bands will probably get its own floor tied to it with a different purpose. All this setup down here is subject to be moved. Just getting set up, like I said. Down underground here, I've closed off my entrance. There we go. Down underground here is where I found my marble. I was lucky enough to start out right here, a little hidey hole to begin with. And it was sitting right on top of this marble deposit pretty much. Right over here. Nice and big. That's what got me started with all this. show you around a bit more. So over here's the exit. Need to pick those up sometime. Those are useful for building the hand saws, which you need to create the panels by cutting the blocks in half repeatedly until you get to the panel size. Excuse me. And over that way is where I've gotten all the basalt. There's a big old volcano over there. And as you can see, my turtle has come back down. He's got quite a bit of wood from this thing. And I just break him and move him over one and tell him to fell again, which for those of you that may be curious, this is what the fell program is. It's very simple. Start off just by detecting that there's something in front of it, and if there is, it digs it, moves forward one, and then it will go through a process of detecting if there's a block above it. If there is, it digs forward, it digs up, moves up, and just repeats that until it gets all the way to the top of the tree. And once it's at the top of the tree, it won't detect anything above it, so it exits this while loop and goes down to this next one, which just repeatedly moves the turtle down until it can no longer move down, which just simply means that it's hit this dirt block. Get out of here. And again, away it goes. So now I'll take this redwood log back into my base here. Just throw it in the furnace to cook it up. Now, that was interesting. I know for a fact that I had this iron chest in my inventory. There's something about this mod pack series that seems to put items randomly from inside your inventory into the top of the furnace. If anyone knows why that is, please let me know. It's rather frustrating for me. Okay. Let's store my charcoal. This will probably be a quick one today. Just kind of wanted to show you around. Get used to recording. This is my first YouTube video. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on this tower, using the turtle to do various programs. Haven't set up a quarry yet or anything like that. Don't know for a fact that I'm going to use the quarry. I might do some type of turtle setup. Fairly familiar with programming, so it's not that big of a deal for me to have to do something like that. Kind of find it challenging to do some of these things in an automated fashion. Replace these red whips real quick. Eventually, this setup here, I'll probably put a chest down behind, like right in here. So these two dirt blocks are. I'll probably put a chest right there, and just have the turtle, when he reaches the bottom, turn around and place the items in the chest that he collected, and then turn back around and go up one maybe and detect when there's a growth on the tree or something, or maybe have him place down these saplings and then do that. Kind of getting completely automated. For now, I've just kind of been handling it myself. One thing I want to show you, a portal over there for food supply. This was new to me with the red power too. I believe this is where this came from. Corn has been added, and it seems to be a very useful food resource because it seems to give me a lot of hunger points there. And I better sleep before I get blown up because I'm not wearing any armor. Okay. We'll go in here, and this is the corn we just picked up. It needs to be cooked in a furnace for it to turn into cobble corn, and that seems to be like the potato. When you bake it, it gives you more food points when you eat it. let's replant these things. You need to use the corn kernel to do that. 2, 4. And they just go down like this, and they take a while to grow, but that's okay. They seem to give us enough energy to last quite a while. Just a little bit. Anyway, back to what we'll be working on. I'll probably do some computer craft programming and setting up some type of mine. Probably with those, maybe with some of the other like fillers or quarries or something like that. I really haven't decided. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Anyway, this is TechStack, and this will be the end of my first video. I hope to be making lots more of these with you guys. Like I said, I'm open to suggestions or anything else that you guys might be able to provide me with tips and tricks on how to do this in a better fashion. Thanks.